Welcome to the Prosperity and Beyond podcast. I'm Michelle Samper, your mindset and manifestation coach, here to help you create your dream life from the inside out. In this space, we deep dive into self-image, mindset shifts, manifestation, meditation, and universal laws so you can align with your highest timeline and fully step into your authentic power. This is your sacred space to trust your intuition, raise your vibration, and unlock prosperity and freedom from within. Starting now. Say it with me. I am prosperity and beyond. Hello, and welcome to episode 25 on the Prosperity and Beyond podcast. I am so happy and grateful to be here today, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today's episode, one of the words that stood out to me right before I started this episode, and I wrote it down, is decision. And how powerful it is to make a decision. This is what we're being called to do, is to decide. Decide on who we want to be, where we want to go, what kind of life we would want to create. Decide what you want and get into harmony with it. The how is not really up to us. That is up to God. But the decision on what we want, what we are doing, what we are creating into existence is. So I want you to think about the word decision, and I want you to look and reflect on your life and realize, are you good at making decisions? Because some of the most successful people make decisions very quickly because they just know. And one thing that I realize is that I am intuitive, you are intuitive, we are intuitive. And the more we realize we have this divine connection to God and that we can tune into this infinite intelligence, the more we can tune in to that and make a decision. I know I've caught myself multiple times hesitating, wondering what if, not sure, feeling stuck, right? When you make a decision, you plant a seed, the seed of what you want, the seed of the manifestation, the seed of the vision. When you make a decision in your business, when you make a decision when it regards to relationships, and this can pertain to all areas of life. For example, I had an intuitive download to go on a solo trip, and it was very specific because it was to Asheville, North Carolina. That's where I'm getting this download. And I've been sitting on this download for a while, hesitating, questioning. I'm not sure. Could there be something better? I don't know, right? In this in-between zone, when I know that this is intuitively guided, I know this is for my greatest expansion. And nothing's going to change in my reality until I start making decisions and acting on the intuition. Decision comes from this greater strength of knowing who you are and trusting. And we're not here on this planet to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. We're not here to stay in our comfort zone. We're not here to keep doing the same thing and get the same result. We're here for a change. We're here for growth. Every goal, every decision is for that growth. So when you make the decision, you get the seed planted so that you can grow. Your garden can grow. Your manifestations can grow. And it's going to lead you to the right places, the right opportunities, the right people, the right intuitive downloads. And this is where this path of least resistance comes in. Are you going to follow through? And a lot of the times, you don't have to make a decision about something major, something that is huge. It's these small decisions that build into the momentum of who you become. And I wrote down, the moment you make a decision, you become one with it. You become in harmony with what you made the decision about. And you shift it. For a decision means a change, and a change always nourishes the soul. And that's one thing that stuck with me. No matter what, we could look at change as negative, positive, whatever, through perspective, but it always nourishes the soul because change invites growth, and growth is why I am here, to grow, to evolve, and to change. And it puts you in harmony with the creation, the desire, the version of you who has received it all. And then another word was coming through to me. Another word was coming to me, and that word was authentic, authenticity. And why is this word so powerful? Authentic. Because authenticity is being the truest version of you, unapologetically you. No matter where you go, you are you. So I wrote this down. I just wrote down a few channeled messages before I started this episode. But I wrote down, authenticity is a superpower. Authenticity is a superpower because it's you. The truest, most authentic version of you is powerful, is high frequency. And this is what this journey of personal development is all about, getting to know the most truest, authentic version of you and shining your light on what that version of you looks like. What is she really like? What does she love to do? What is he really like? What does he love to do? What are your true passions? And are you doing it? Are you ignoring the voice of what you are called to do on this earth? And you know the answer to that. What would you love? If you could have and you could be and you could do anything that you desire, what would it be? And are you doing it? Fast forward to your deathbed, you looking at you, asking questions. Would you have done anything different? Would you have created something? Would you have loved more? Would you have been more yourself? Because when you step into authenticity, you're a magnet to your true nature, the right people, the right places, the right opportunities, right? To fuel your authentic nature so you can thrive and get paid to be you. I get paid to be me. I get paid to exist. I get paid through my authenticity. I get paid to speak. I receive multiple streams of income. So that's also coming up, this multiple streams of income. I was talking about that the other day on my live. And it's multiple because there's no limit. No matter what we're speaking about, there's no limit. And that's money, no limits. Opportunities, no limits. It's tuning into the prosperous version of you. And authenticity can pay you. Speaking can pay you. Using your gifts can pay you. Because you can serve, right? Service is the number one way to receive the highest amount of income. Service and sales, selling your service. But you can serve better when you know who you are. When you show up as who you are. That frequency is so high vibrational. And I wish I would have known that earlier. But that's my human self talking. Because I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I am. I'm grateful for the contrast because it taught me how powerful I am. That's why I'm so aware, because I know what it's like to not be aware. And this is what this is all about, that word awareness, the power of awareness, like Neville Goddard's book, Awareness. The more aware you are of your true nature, the more you're going to thrive. The more you're going to create from this high frequency, receive from this high frequency, attract from this high frequency. I wrote the truest version of you, it sets you free. The truest version of you, it sets you free. That's true freedom. Being who you are is true freedom. I used to be afraid to speak my truth. I used to be afraid to share my gifts, to be Michelle, because not everyone understood me. But not everyone's meant to understand me. But do I understand me? I got the thumbs up. Do I understand me? Authenticity allows you to attract what is needed to water the goal in manifestation, is what I wrote down. And that's what puts you into alignment, is what I'm hearing, and puts you into harmony with what you want is authenticity. It's making a decision, being authentic. And then the third thing I wrote down, because I came across this today in one of my calls, is being vulnerable. What a beautiful superpower. Be real, be vulnerable, be you. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. It's a beautiful gift that we have, that we can speak our truth and be honest in who we are and show up unapologetically as who we are. That version of you is love, is intuitive, is strong, is eternal, is beautiful, is creative, is powerful, is what I wrote down. You are God's highest form of creation. And the word creation, that is one of our gifts that we've been gifted, is to create from within. And we have been gifted this connection to source, to the divine, to receive the messages, the downloads, the images, the ideas, the creative ability to create any life we want, to have any life we want. It starts with now. The power of the now. And you're going to see as you listen to my episodes, if you've been listening to them consistently, it's about frequency. You're coming into this episode to tap into the frequency. Oh, I just saw 12/12. That was my wedding date. You're coming into this episode to tap into the frequency. You might hear me repeat things. The repetition is key to the becoming, the being of the highest version of you, because we're reprogramming the subconscious mind through frequency, through intuitive downloads, through information, and through this frequency. This is a prosperity frequency activation every time I get on the podcast and I channel and I teach. It's more than just the words. And that's with everything in life. It's more than just the words. It's the frequency. It's the feeling. You could say, well, I heard that before. I learned that before, but it's tapping into the frequency of it. It's embodying it. It's hearing it over and over again until you embody it, until you become it, until you be it. The highest version of you is already here. Everything you want is already here. It's about getting in harmony with it. Harmony. One with what you want, one with God, one with your higher self, one with the most authentic version of you, one with the millions. One with the millions, what I'm hearing, is easy. And this is what I was saying in the last episode. That was the name of the podcast episode. Making millions is easy. Because one thing I've been really downloading intuitively is, what is a million to infinite? I'm infinite. Everything that's projected from me is from my consciousness, which is infinite. And when I tap into it, I can project whatever I want into my reality through my consciousness, through my creative ability, through awareness. And so what is a million to infinite? When I believe I'm infinite and I can tap into the formless supply, infinite intelligence, and create whatever I want because my true nature is infinite. Everything's just a subsection of the infinite. Very small, very minute compared to what I can tap into. And this is how I'm reprogramming my mind, because I know this. Now I want to embody it. Now I want to move throughout my day and take action in this knowing. That's why action is really important after you do this internal work, because you're taking action from this higher knowledge, this higher perspective, this inner knowing, this intuition. That's going to shift your life into a new paradigm, a new way of believing, a new way of acting, new way of habits that formulate the life that you want. What do you want? And that's something I'm going to ask you in every episode, because it's going to shift. Every episode's going to shift because it's supposed to. You're supposed to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the I am, into your true essence, and really find out what does your heart truly desire. As soon as I start doing this work like 6 years ago, I wanted things that I don't want now because I thought they were going to get me the result that would fulfill something I already had, aka my worthiness, aka prosperity, abundance. I thought that was all outside of me. I didn't know who I was, and I'm still discovering who I am. I'm never done. You're never done. You get to keep doing this. And that's what I love about personal development so much, is because I'm never done. I'm never done. And that feels so good to me because it gets to be exciting. It's a journey. It's the journey of discovering, unfolding, unraveling the prosperity that lives within us. And the more I become aware, the more my reality shifts. The more I become aware, the more I receive. The more I become aware, the more I give. The more I become aware, the more I create. The more I become aware, the more intuitive I get. The more I become aware, the more intuitive action I take. The more I become aware, the right people enter my life. The more I become aware, the more rich I get, right? It's awareness of your true nature, your authentic nature. So go out into the world and be you. Realize how powerful and how high frequency that is to be you. No matter where you go, the restaurant, at home, with your family, in your business, at your job, are you showing up in the same way no matter where you go as you? Showing up in your gift, showing up in your passion, showing up as who you are and speaking your truth, being seen in your gifting. That message is so strong. You are meant to be seen in your gifts this year. And your gifts are easy because your gifts are you. And it comes through the most authentic version of you. You're like, I don't know how I did that. I just love it. It's who I am. And somebody else is like, how did you do that? Because their gifts might be different. And they look at you like, oh my gosh. But everyone has beautiful, unique gifts that set their soul on fire that they want to do till they die. Some people are aware of it and some people are not. What would you love? What would you love to do? What would you love to create? How would you like to leave a legacy on this planet while you're here and while you're gone? We have the opportunity to leave the legacy. You're being called to use your gifts to leave a legacy. Now let's see what channel messages that come through. I feel Bob Proctor coming through. Take a moment to breathe in through the nose. Hold and release. Step into your power. You are here to create the life you love. For love is the frequency that has created worlds, that has created the gifts that lie within you. You are forever expanding, one with God, always evolving. You cannot get it wrong. You are always moving in the direction of greater expansion, greater evolution, and growth. You are in harmony with God, with the life you want. And if you want to see it in your reality, become aware. Become aware of who you are. You are right on time. There was nowhere to go, but here now is all we have. And it's really tuning in to the presence of now, tuning in to the presence of you. What are you grateful for today? Tap into this gratitude and allow yourself to build a momentum. Plant the ideas, the seeds of all creation through imagination. Imagine the things you want. See them as here now. Believe it in your heart. Walk one with the vision. Be her now. Be him now. Trust yourself. It is all working out for you. Make a decision that it is working out for you. What is your intuition telling you that is the next step in your life for your greatest expansion? Make a decision and move one with it. It is all working out for you. Get into harmony with this knowing. Repeat it after me. Everything is always working out for me and my greatest good. I am a magnet to prosperity and abundance because I am the prosperity and abundance. I am aligned to my highest timeline, and I show up as my truest, authentic self. I am paid to be me in my gifts, in my gifting. I trust my intuition and allow it to guide me flawlessly. I move one with the I am, and I cannot get it wrong. I am right on time. I am always on time, for time is only here now. So I am always on time. Tune in to the frequency of prosperity. The past does not exist here. The future does not exist here. Prosperity exists here. Abundance exists here. Eternal love exists here. God, source, universe, creator, your dream life, everything you want, desire exists here. See it in the mind, feel it in your heart, and walk one with it. See it in your conscious mind, feel it in your subconscious, into your heart, and walk one with it. Move with it. Do what it takes to be the version of you who feels the life in which you imagine. Get into harmony with that version of you. For he and she is here. Abundance is here. Prosperity is here. The life you desire and want is already here. For it is not a dream. The word dream does not even exist in the now. It is only a reality. The house is here. The vacation is here. The partnership is here. The business partner is here. The millions are here. The thriving business is here. The car is here. The legacy is here. The legacy, the vibration, their connection to everything that already exists is already here. It's already here. It's already done. Live from this knowing. Move with this knowing. Get in harmony with God. And remember, you are always where you are meant to be. Tune in, allow, create, align yourself, and make a decision that this is the best life right here, right now, that you are creating and attracting at the same time. And so it is. Thank you so much for listening to episode 25 of the Prosperity and Beyond podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to follow and subscribe and leave your feedback or share the affirmation or takeaway that resonated most with you in the comments. If you feel called to connect or work with me, check out my link tree in the show notes. And as always, happy manifesting.